Should the 49ers re-sign Trey Lance?
No, sadly.
Roll with me on this one. They need a dual threat quarterback on the roster. Every team should be investing in one and developing one because it's the ultimate weapon in football. He knows their system. He's younger than Brock. He's healthy.
Is he?
He didn't get hurt he didn't play much the last couple of years, so he didn't get hurt. That's always nice.
If you're going to do this, in my opinion, why would
he's got the skill set we're talking about.
Okay. Now roll with me. No to Trey Lance, but if you're going to do that, why wouldn't you just draft a Jalen Milroe in the 5th round?
Well, Jalen Milroe's been really bad at the Senior Bowl this week. But
exactly.
Maybe he'll be down in the 5th round.
Exactly. Yeah. So he's Trey Lance. So he's bad at throwing the football. You're bringing him here to run packages. Can Jalen Milroe hit checkdowns? Probably. Like you could probably get him to do it.
And he's a better athlete than Lance.
Exactly. So you could put
he's younger
together. Yeah. And if Brock Purdy ever gets hurt, I mean, you could see how it works. You could put packages together. He could be your little Jalen Hurts. He's actually a big dude. So he wouldn't be a little Jalen Hurts. He'd be a big dude.
He's like 225. He's going to run a 4.3.
So it's like, if you're going to go the Trey Lance route, in my opinion, you just go Jalen Milroe. I think Trey Lance also, he looked really slow in games. Like, I think that was my biggest surprise.
Thing too. He wasn't, I thought he'd be faster in the NFL.
Yeah. I honestly would be willing to bet in a read option where you have to just get out of there. I think Purdy might be faster. Like, I think he's quicker.
Yeah, but the thing about Trey Lance is he's so much bigger and he could break tackles like Jalen Hurts and you could run him. I mean, obviously not quarterback power between the tackles, but I think you could use him in a lot of the Jalen Hurts runs that you wouldn't use Purdy in because he's too small.
Like, I think you have someone like Jalen Milroe just sitting there if you wanted to do an experiment like that. I think you just have someone there. I think you have, if there wasn't a Jalen Milroe who fit that mold more perfect than Trey Lance, because Milroe's done it for years at this point. I think you could do it. I also think you can grab, I think Jackson Dart's going to jump up to be a top 10 pick in my opinion, but Jackson Dart ran the RPO. He is mobile. He is an option quarterback. Like, that's what he was very, very good at Ole Miss.
He just wasn't under center.
Yeah.
He just wasn't under center. And that's the thing. That's, I think, why the Niners were originally interested in Trey Lance instead of Justin Fields, because Justin Fields had never been under center at Ohio State, but he just was in Pittsburgh for a year. He was under center. And the thing about Justin Fields, he's a much better athlete than I thought he was when I watched him at Ohio State. He is really fast.
I mean, he looks like a pro-style quarterback at Ohio State.
He's a better athlete than Jalen Hurts.
I agree. Yeah.
I'm interested in let's look at Justin Fields' progression, okay? And again, maybe he's not a good fit for the 49ers. Maybe he'd be a better fit on another team in another system. But this guy is 25. And here's his quarterback rating by year. 2021, it was 73. 85, 2023 was 86, and 2024 was 93. So here's a premier athlete who is slowly improving as a quarterback. And again, with an athlete like this and a quarterback like this, all you want is him to be able to keep defenses honest. And last year, he completed 65.8% of his throws in Pittsburgh. He threw 5 touchdowns and 1 pick. That's what you want a quarterback like him to do. And he went 4-2. I'm interested in Justin Fields.
My issue with Justin Fields is my same issue I had with Jimmy. And the reason I like Purdy, it's a confidence thing, and Kyle's not good at instilling confidence in his quarterbacks.
No, he's good at stripping it away.
Yes. I think Kyle would turn him back into Bears Fields. I think even in Pittsburgh with Tomlin, with more confidence, I think Justin Fields was still hesitant because he didn't want to lose his job and yada, yada, yada. Like, you saw a lot of moments where he held back, and it was like not something he did at Ohio State at all. He never held back at Ohio State. That's why he's so good. So I don't like Fields for that same reason. I don't like Lance and I don't like Jimmy, because I think you need a quarterback, which Saleh might help with. You never know. Saleh is an
Can you just imagine for 1 second Justin Fields in Jalen Hurts' place on the Eagles, what that might look like?
I think he'd be incredible with the Eagles. I think
he might be better.
If you started him on a team like the Eagles instead of the Bears, I think he'd be a different player today. I think if you started him with another confidence builder like an Andy Reid, he'd be incredible today. I think the issue with Kyle is he needs to get quarterbacks that are already confident, like a Spencer Rattler attitude. They need to come in with that, or like a Jackson Dart, or like a Brock Purdy. I think
Also,
that's
he
why
doesn't
these guys.
know what to do with a dual threat quarterback. He acts like he does, but the two he
Yeah.
had, he got injured real fast. RG3, Trey Lance. He doesn't really want that skill set.
And he didn't like it in Cleveland with Johnny Manziel. He didn't like him. He wanted
He
Hoyer.
doesn't want that. He's a
So
throwback coach.
yeah, and so I think that's the biggest issue with Trey Lance with the Fields is they need a guy that's going to bring the energy. I don't see anyone on our offense that brings that energy. We don't have a Dre Greenlaw, Fred Warner, Robert Saleh on our offense.
Okay, two places that Fields could go. One, if he wanted to start the Raiders, go play for Pete Carroll. Two, if he wanted to this would be interesting. Jim Harbaugh, Greg Roman. Trade Justin Herbert because you're a terrible fit for him. Trade him to a team that wants to pass because you guys don't want to pass. You got rid of your receivers. You have freaking Greg Roman and bring him in to be your Colin Kaepernick.
I mean, yes, I agree. It would be a good fit with them, but Jim Harbaugh, I have never seen a coach more in love with his quarterback than Jim Harbaugh is with Justin Herbert.
I don't believe him. He said he loved Alex Smith, and then he turned on Alex Smith. He just be saying stuff.
Yeah, but Alex Smith was Alex Smith. This is Justin Herbert.
I just think Harbaugh's a terrible fit for Justin Herbert. Because what did he do? He was like, I'm going to trade away all the receivers, and I just want you to not throw picks. It's like, dude, you have young Matthew Stafford here. You're supposed to be empowering him to throw 40 passes a game and win shootouts. And that's not what they want to do. I don't know.
I miss Harbaugh, man. I miss him. I
like that he's back.
I like that Pete Carroll and him are back in the same division.
We need Chip Kelly back in the NFL next.
Oh God, could you imagine? That dude
I need
awful.
It so bad. Can you believe that Andy Reid got pushed out of Philly and got replaced by Chip Kelly? Do you think he thinks about that sometimes? He looks at Chip Kelly as an offensive coordinator in college and like, you took my job.
No, I think he goes, thank you so much for being an overrated coaching prospect because now I have Patrick Mahomes and now I'm winning Super Bowls.
He never would have got Patrick Mahomes in the Eagles.
Yeah, he never would have got
Carson Wentz. He would have got Carson Wentz. Okay, look,
that ring.
I don't think. One last thing with Trey Lance. You think he would want to come back to the Niners if they called him up? Be like, hey Trey, we'll give you a 1-year deal, $2 million. He'd be like,
I think he has such a lack of confidence. He'd answer, yeah, sure, yeah, I'll come back.
Okay. Oh, that's tough. To me, I think he'd be like, I'd rather go anywhere else. There's like,
dude,
trauma. There's trauma.
Anyway. I don't know. He actually didn't look horrible that final season game. Like, he didn't look terrible. He did what I thought he could do. You know, he ran around a lot. He threw.
He didn't get to play with CeeDee Lamb.
I don't think he looked horrible, but again,
he hasn't gotten to play in like an RPO system. I'd like to see him play in an RPO system.
In my opinion, if you're the Niners and you want to make a move for a quarterback and put together a package,
Joe Flacco, easy.
Yeah, I don't understand that. If they signed Joe Flacco, Jesus Christ.
Joe Flacco, baby.